Hello and welcome to Top Stories. I'm John Matoke. The spread of novel coronavirus disease in Nigeria continues to record significant increases as the latest statistics provided by the Nigerian Center for Disease Control Review. Nigeria now has 213,532 confirmed cases. 45 new confirmed cases were recorded in Nigeria. To date, 213,532 cases have been confirmed. 206,486 have been discharged. 2,973 deaths have been recorded in 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. There is a palpable fear and tension in Ashige community, Lafayette East local government area of Nasarawa State, following the killing of two hitmen by yet-to-be-identified gunmen. When newsmen visited the community on Saturday, it was gathered that the unfortunate incident occurred at exactly 8 p.m. on Friday. Residents of the community said they have found the lifeless bodies of the hitmen on farms with several cuts on their faces. Confirming the incidents, the police public relations officer of the command, ASP Ramhan Nansel, said that the incident was reported to command when distress call was received that two hitmen were shot dead by unknown gunmen in Ashige community. Now, health workers under the aegis of the Joint Health Sector Union berated the federal government over its failure to decide a harmonized rate for the new hazard allowance scale. This is as the president of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, Godia Ishaya, stated that the association had submitted necessary documents for the payment rates. Newsmen had reported that NARD and Jehesu had embarked on industrial action over the failure of the government to increase the hazard allowance being paid to doctors and health workers as of November 2021. Checks by journalists revealed that health workers were still being paid 5,000 as hazard allowance. The Minister of State for Health, Dr. Olorunbi Momora, in a recent interview with the newsman, said that the federal government had discussed with Jehesu and NARD and has finalized plans for a new payment scale for hazard allowance. But the spokesperson for the Health Workers Union, Olamide Akintayo, in a separate interview with journalists, said the federal government was inconsistent concerning the new hazard allowance scale. President Muhammadu Buhari has disclosed that his regime is in talk with the World Bank to obtain $30 million to build a vaccine plant in Nigeria. He said he hoped that the vaccine plant to be built in collaboration with May and Becker Nigeria PLC would commence next year. Buhari, represented by Vice President Yemi Oshibanjo, made this known in Jos during the graduation of the Senior Executive Course 43, participants of the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies. Buhari said, but for providence and good policies of his government, the COVID-19 pandemic will have wreaked unimaginable havoc in Nigeria's economy. The United States has once again warned that it may stop rendering military assistance to Nigeria if the country fails to protect human rights. The U.S. Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, who gave the warning, also urged the federal government and Lagos state government to sanction any individual found to have violated human rights during the October 2020 NSAS protest, when the white paper on the Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry on Restitution for Victims of SARS-related abuses and other matters is ready. He warned that if the rights violation persisted, the U.S. government may invoke delay law to deny Nigeria access to hardware, which includes arms and other military equipment to fight terrorism and other forms of criminalities. An 8-man panel led by retired Justice Doris Okunwobi had submitted a 309-page report to Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Monday, indicating soldiers police for killing peaceful protesters at Lekki Toll Gate on October 20, 2020. Describing the Lekki Toll Gate incidents as a massacre, the panel report stated that the least 9 persons were killed by security agents at the scene and listed 48 names as casualties, including 22 protesters who sustained gunshot injuries and 15 others allegedly assaulted by soldiers and police. Now, the founder and executive chairman of Boa Group, Abdul Samad Rabiu, had handed over a 150-bed hospital worth 4 billion naira to the Nigerian police in Abuja. Rabiu donated the hospital to the security agency through his Abdul Samad Rabiu Africa Initiative. Viewer Television's Basti Jesse was there and tells us more.
Before now, the biggest police hospital there was here in Nigeria was the one in Falamo, Lagos. But right now, all that has changed as we now have the ASR Police National Reference Hospital right here in Otago. This is right now the biggest and of course the newest.
The hospital, which is to be known as ASR Africa Police National Reference Hospital Abuja, was funded from an annual $100 million ASR Africa Fund for Social Development and Renewal. Speaking at the physical handover of the hospital, Rabiu says what the foundation has done is to simply bring healthcare closer to the people that protect lives and properties in the country and to other Nigerians who would also benefit from the facility.
The police will now be dedicated more in protecting and saving this country, and most Nigerian population will be healthy and will be secured because the police will be guaranteed that if there is any eventuality, their health will be properly looked after because this hospital will serve as a referral hospital and it will provide almost all needed intervention in healthcare provided.
Managing Director of the ASR initiative, Ubon Uda, in a brief introduction, says the foundation, which is the brainchild of the chairman of Boa Group, Abdul Samad Rabiu, has set aside $100 billion annually to fund interventions in education, health and social development across Africa.
It's part of the ASR security support program. Because, of course, of the difficult job, the dangerous job we know that our police men and women go through, we believe it's befitting for them to have a world-class facility that can provide world-class services and healthcare for not just the men and women of the Nigerian police, but also their families and the people in the immediate community.
After receiving the documents to the facility, the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, expressed deep appreciation to the philanthropist Abdul Samad Isiaka Rabiu.
This is also the dimension of this property clearly mentioned and labeled for description purposes.
I have received many interventions in different capacities, either as DPO or as area commander or as commissioner of police or as AID. But I have not remembered, or I can't remember, receiving the one that touched my heart like this one.
Speaking exclusively to Viewer Television, the General Manager Corporate Communications of the Boa Group situates the importance of this largest philanthropic fund in Africa to the corporate essence of the group.
We hope that this will continue. We hope that Nigerians will continue to support the good work that Alhaji Abdul Samad is doing. And we also hope that for those people that we're handing these projects to, they will treat it like it is their personal project. I mean, the projects have been, we've added sustainable impact activities to it. So we ensure that these projects can actually last beyond the lifetime for when we would give it support. So sustainability is key for us, and we hope that these projects will last a lifetime and the third generations yet unborn.
The Tertiary Health Facility, when fully operational, will cater for the health needs of not just the police force, but the general public as a whole. Basti Jesse, Viewer Television News.
And that's all on Top Stories. Thanks for watching and happy weekend.